Oh, well, at least you'd be prepared and you don't do a Nigel or a Neil, as we call them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no mic or anything on me.
Yeah, don't take it with you. It's not good. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Lainey. This is Big Girls Really Do Cry, and this is the Banish Bin, and this is my lovely guest, Queenie Conquest. Oh, Queenie.
Queenie Conquest. Yeah. Here over there.
Queenie doesn't do YouTube, but you do have Instagram, don't you? But I wasn't sure if you shared your Instagram or not, if it was like for just reselling or what. So I didn't link it below.
Well, either way, don't really bother me. If you like what I put, then come over and join me. If you don't, then it's no loss to me.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you've never watched this before, this is the Banish Bin. Basically, if you've ever seen Room 101, you will have some idea because it's similar to that, but better. I like to say that.
And it might be a bit explicit as well. So I'm just thinking, maybe
spoilers.
Whatever you do, don't swear. Don't do what you're swearing. It's like, okay.
We'll just go through bleeping.
Yeah. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. Just like one word come up in between. And she, bleep, and you know what? Bleep. Yeah. We'll go something like that. So basically, I have given Queenie 8 topics, and she's had to choose 3 things from each of those topics that she wants to get rid of, basically. So banished forever, hopefully. That is the point, isn't it? So she tells me what they are. I get to save one if I want, I suppose, that is. And then the rest, or the 2 that remain, are given to the chat to decide which one is actually banished. So that is how it works. I'm going to say a few hellos, and then we'll get started. So scrolling back up, we have the lovely Nia and Laura and Sharon. Oh, right, my voice went high there. Sharon, sorry, Sharon. I don't know what I was doing. Hi, Joan, and wave your spanner in the air like you just don't care. Okie dokie.
You need that spanner, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Neil. Hi, Ian. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Mark. Hi, Dave. Hi, Jilly. Hi, Tony. Right. I'm at the bottom, so if anyone else comes in or I've missed anyone, I apologise. And I've got my new pen. Have you seen my pen?
They are amazing, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They are so cool.
I'm so chuffed with it. It writes lovely, and like the way it is, because like the way with the curves in it,
it's like ergonomically like designed fingers, isn't it? Do we know if they're actually going to sell them? Have they said they've got a website that you can buy them from?
I don't know, but you should, because they're amazing. Yeah, definitely.
I love a good pen. I do. Now I'm getting older. I love a good pen.
Yeah, I don't know if Dodo's in, but if she is in, or if you are, or you're watching them back later, please let us know if Davey's going to make these and sell them, because he should do, because they're amazing, they're beautiful. Hi, Val. She had an Auntie Queenie, and it was her real registered name. That's what it's your gran, was it?
It was my husband's grandma that I never got to meet, but when we first got together, because I'm Elaine. I'm a lady. I used to talk about Queenie all the time, and she just sounded like the baddest ass grandma ever. Her partner, his granddad, rode the Wheel of Death. You know, the motorbikes that went around them wooden things like that. And he said his granddad always used to turn up in a Jaguar with leather gloves and like dye his hair and slick it back. I was like, oh, they just sound the coolest couple.
Right. So very cool.
So I always liked Queenie. So that was called everything.
Chris said he thinks your mannequin looks like it has tattoos over its chest, but I'm thinking the brooches or something.
This is my old mannequin, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just stuck some brooches on it and just put it up there. Yeah.
It is a very voluptuous pen. You're right. It is. It's very curvy. Hi, Babs. All right. We'll get started. So the first category I gave you was bands or singers.
Okay. I like my little clipboard thing that's going on here.
Oh, you've got a clipboard.
Get off the kids from the homeschooling, seeing as though it's been made redundant.
well, Neil's clipboard is called Colin.
Colin
the clipboard. So you need
my brother's called Colin, so maybe we could call it Colin. I don't know.
You need thinking about a female C name, Christina clipboard.
Yeah, we'll call her Christine. Yeah, I can like Christine.
Christine clipboard.
Okay.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Rich. Right. All right, then.
Okay.
Your first one.
Right. I have been waiting for this for a long time. And it's always been the first thing that came into my head every time everyone's been on here and said about bands. And that is Radiohead.
Radiohead. Oh, wow.
Heck, man, these guys are just boring in my eyes anyway.
Right.
And I just remember if we were waiting for a festival lineup and it was like, yeah, I can't wait for this. And I can't wait to see the lineup at Reading, Leeds, or everywhere. And it said Radiohead. It'd be a proper meh moment. It'd be like, oh, no. You know, it would not have been a good result to have a lineup as that. And also, there's a brilliant scene in Father Ted where Father Kevin goes to Ted's house to be cheered up because he's depressed. So they listen to happy music when they get to Ted's house. I think they listen to Shaft, I think it was, and they're doing this dancing. Anyway, he's all cheered up. He's like, yeah, I'm cured, Father. I'm going home. And he gets on the bus on the way home, and the bus driver goes, do you mind if I put the radio on there, Father? And the Radiohead come on the radio, and his head just goes. So it's just like, you know, it even references in films and TV that Radiohead are boring. And I agree.
Radiohead are boring. Right. Can't say I'm a big fan of Radiohead, I have to say. I do think the lead, I'm forgetting his name, but the lead singer, he's a bit of a...
Yeah, what's he called?
I can't think of his name, but...
wrote that down, shouldn't I?
I do love the song Creep.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. The albums, it's playing live.
Yeah, it is a bit of a masterpiece, that song on its own. Or a masterpiece. Where am I from? Anyway, Tom York. Yeah, Tom York. Yeah, I do think like he's a bit of a genius, but Radiohead is a band in themselves. It's not my thing, really.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. When you get to a festival, you know, you've got to be a certain band to hold a crowd. Yeah, get the whole crowd going. You know, and everybody's in sync and everyone's on the same vibe. And in Radiohead, it's just like, you know, there's just no vibe. Obviously, Creep comes on, and everyone goes, yeah, and then it's just like, what do you do after that song?
What do you do after that song? Yeah. Hi, Shelley. Hi, Susan. Right, okay. So your next one?
Right. My next one is a female gangster rapper, also known as Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Anybody know of Cardi B?
Yep, I do.
Right. The thing is, I kind of like did a bit of research on it because it's like, am I being like old and fuddy here when I say Cardi B because of the, like, you know, what she raps about or how she comes across in her videos, and she was described as a feminist masterpiece. Yeah, that was her video called WAP was described as a feminist masterpiece that celebrates women's sexuality. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video.
I probably have because my daughter used to like her a while ago, but she is, I think, more because she's a bit of a joke. She is.
I really don't know how to take her out. So I mean, I don't know if I'm just being old and it's just like, you know, oh, what's she doing? But this is not a feminist masterpiece in my eyes.
No.
You know, this is how her lyrics go. Wet a pussy. Yeah. You effing with some wet pussy. Spit in my mouth. Look in my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive.
It's just.
Am I being old and fuddy, or is that just like?
No, I don't think you are. It's like that's what the lyrics are though these days, isn't it? It's like shock lyrics. There was this song, and I can't even remember who it was by, but my daughter used to think it was hilarious to play it when like someone rang or something, and she could like control my TV by her control or whatever it was, right? And it was like, how did it go? I don't think it was by Cardi B. It was something like I can't remember the words exactly. It was something like my hip, my back, lick my pussy and my crack, or something like that. And it like she used to play it like every now and then, and I laugh her head off at the fact that like I'd be on the phone to somewhere.
See, this is another level, you know. This is, I can understand that if you're dropping kind of like them words into a song. This is another level of like just useless lyrics, that give out completely the wrong message. It's not empowering to women at all, in my eyes.
Yeah, no, it's
She's
not.
on the Grammys of 2021, and she grinds another woman, and she sticks her tongue out a lot and uses the word bitch all the time, and another word that's derogatory. And this is supposed to be women taking back their sexuality, and I'm sorry, but that's just not. It's not, you know.
No, I don't see how empowering women is about. Is it like because they're taking control of money and their body, and they're the ones who are like?
Because in the past, obviously,
Nicki Minaj is in the same sort of scope, isn't she?
Well, in the past, obviously, male gangster rappers have talked about females in derogatory terms and talked about bits and bats of female genitalia, and so then that makes it okay for her to say it because that's feminist, because we're doing what the men do, so that makes it okay because, you know. And if you go and watch the video, WAP, I
probably have seen it.
It is basically just, in my eyes, just like a soft porn. And it claimed to be the most watched video on YouTube within a 24-hour period. No shit, Sherlock, that's because you've got every bit of your body out, and Kylie Jenner's on it with her bits out as well. No wonder people just press click, because sex sells, doesn't it? And that's what sold it. Not because you're the new face of a feminist movement. Not at all.
The thing with a voice grates on me. Cardi B's like actual speaking voice. She's very like that, and it's really annoying. I just want to smack her in the face and tell her shut up.
I'm going to smack her in the face. Tell her to shut up.
Yeah, I'm not aggressive or anything, obviously. It makes me want to do that.
So she's a massive one to me. I'm really just like, what are you all about, you know? And I want to kind of like, you know, I don't want to kind of like put a woman or a female singer in this section, especially kind of like over the past 2 weeks. You want to kind of celebrate women, but this is not, in my eyes, a celebration of women and a women's talent.
And it's saying, she's just had a look at it, and everything looks fake. Everything is fake. She is very much.
Well, just everything she says. I mean, every other word is the word bitch, that she's either referring to other females or herself. I mean, what message does that give out? Would you have your daughter, who may be, you know, 14, 15, 16, singing them lyrics and going, wow, this is female empowerment here, right here, I'm there, I'm with it, you know? It's like, no, it's not. You know, there's definitely more empowering women in the music industry than her. So how she won a Grammy for the best album is just disgraceful in my eyes.
I don't know. I mean, I know, like you said. I mean, I remember my mum saying to me, they switched Elvis off because he shook his hips.
I know.
They weren't allowed to video him.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
Waist down because he shook his hips.
And what would they think of this now? Do you know, honestly, I mean, to me, it's just not empowering at all. You know, in fact, I'm quite embarrassed by it all. The fact that she might be the new face of feminism is just a disgrace in my eyes. You know,
in 10 years' time, there'll be men in video helicopter, you know, whatever you call it, and then that'll be like allowed on telly or something. I don't know what's next. It's just
crazy. So yeah, definitely get in the bin, love.
All right,
get in the bin where you need to be.
Who's next?
Right. Well, the third one. The thing is with bands, I like quite a lot of bands, and I appreciate lots of different genres of music because people relate to it. Music is so good at lifting your mood. You know, if you're feeling down and you put on your own music of what you like, it's so good. So I struggled to find another band. There's obviously a fair few that are just mediocre. You're just like, meh, yeah, they're all right. But there's a song maybe that they do that you like. So I came up with the idea that maybe we should go with the bands that have had the worst name. So a collective of bands or bands that have the crappiest name.
Right.
So I did a bit of research, and thought, right, okay, which band comes up as the worst name you can think of? So I thought I'd give the chat, they can kind of vote of this. There was a band called Anal Blast, Anal Vomit,
oh my God,
The Ass Pounders, Midget Handjob, Scrotum Grinder,
Jesus,
The Broken Penis Orchestra, The Clits. I think I've heard of them actually.
The Clits.
Fanny Bloom, Hot Anal. Howling.
Can I just ask, are these Cardi B's ex-bands?
I think they're collaborations.
Yeah, well, collaborations.
A band called I Shit on Your Face.
Oh my God.
And this one I thought was quite good at the end. I put this in because I'm sure this is Lexi's band. And it's Kiss the Anus of a Black Cat. I mean, seriously, who comes up with these band ideas? And you're just like, Dad, I'm off out tonight. Can you give me a lift at Ritz? Yeah, who are you going to see? I'm off to see the Ass Pounders. Would that be all right?
Yeah.
I'm off to see Kiss the Ass of a Black Cat. It's like, why would you come up with a band? Why would you come up with a band name like that?
I'm guessing that it's beyond me.
I mean, I toned this down, Lainey, because I was like, I can't say that. And it's like, and release records under these band names. So people with the most rubbish, crap band name need to go into the bin.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
Oh my God. Shelley says the worst band name ever for her where the child molester is.
Yes, this was on the list and I didn't put it on. I didn't put it on because I was like, I can't say that.
Jim'll Fix It was in there and Gary Glitter and all that.
So that
going down. Oh, happy birthday, Kath. Hope you've had a lovely day. Nick was good. That was toned down. Yeah, apparently that was toned down.
I selected ones that I thought I could get away with saying because I was like, I can't say that. I mean, why would you come up with a name like that?
So it's not a specific band, but the
band that has a really crap name.
Bands that with ridiculous names type of thing. Yeah. All right. Speaking of Nick, he didn't hear the first band you said.
If you didn't hear me, Nick, I said Radiohead.
I'm going to be upset about that. All right. So looking at these, well, I'm definitely not going to save the bands with the shit name thing because there's just no need for those bands unless it's like a joke sort of thing or whatever. But yeah, and I would have to. I'm going to have to say Radiohead. When I say Radiohead, because I do love the song Creep. Nick says, "Oh Jesus, I was not like Queenie, and I'm so in the huff." I'm going to say Radiohead because I do love the song Creep. I do think Tom York is very clever. I'm not a massive fan of Radiohead, as a whole. But I don't.
I mean, out of that selection, even I would say Radiohead.
Yeah, no. I don't dislike them, if that makes sense, so that they don't offend me or anything. Whereas Cardi B does. Like, I find her really annoying. I think she's just noise, and to me, it's not feminism. It's showing how much of an idiot a woman could be, basically. Like, it's not good, you know what I mean? And
it's not good at the press that she's getting either, and that she's, to even award her the title, to award the video a title, a feminist masterpiece, is just like beyond me. How they can even say that.
She probably made it up herself. She said it herself, probably. She wrote her own thing.
No, what she actually said was, being a feminist is simple. Women can do the same as men. I'm equal to that N. That's what she said. Insert your own word at the end. That's the quote that she said regarding that. Oh dear. I can't wait to be like that. That's my role model going forward.
I'm going to say Radiohead. So, yes, you jumped the gun there a bit, Kelly. She was like, any gosh, I thought I was binning them. No, I'm not binning them, saving them.
I think she was just saving them.
Saving them. No, she does. So, people of the chat, if you want to banish Cardi B, type Cardi. And if you want to banish bands with stupid names, type stupid.
And if you haven't seen Cardi B, you need to go and watch her. I mean, I don't want her to gain views on YouTube, but if you to understand what she's about, and you need to go and watch the videos.
Yeah,
There's another thing, Lainey. I hate people that stick the tongue out all the time. I didn't banish that because I've got other more important things to banish. But people that just stick the tongue out all the time, it's just, they need to go in as well. So stop sticking your tongue out.
Yeah. I like, I mean, Nicki Minaj, she sort of, like, Cardi B sort of overtook Nicki Minaj's sort of thing and, like, went even further. Does that make sense? Whereas, like,
Nicki Minaj was enough, it was a little too overpowering, but it was just like, okay, this is another level of just...
Yeah.
I don't get it. She can't even sing. No, she can't.
Right, let's have a look, see what we got. I think it's Cardi anyway, from what I saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So Cardi B, bye-bye.
Get in the bin, love.
Cardi Banish.
Bin.
That's what the B stands for. Banish. All right then, moving on to the second category, which was things people see.
Okay, and this is following on from Cardi B, and that is the overuse of the word bitch. Now, I am guilty of this, and it's something I am desperately want to change, and it often creeps out when I've had too much to drink. I'd refer to somebody or something as bitch, and it's not necessary anymore. We need to really appreciate this is a really derogatory term, and it's used all the time in lyrics, used all the time in TV, in movies, especially lyrics. And again, we go back to like rappers using it, overusing it in lyrics. So I took an example of I wanted to kind of get an idea of how often it was used in music. So I picked Jay-Z as our artist, and out of 217 songs that Jay-Z has made, 109 songs contain the word bitch. That's 50% of his music contain the word bitch, referring to a woman. Is it necessary anymore to use that? Is it necessary to refer to each other as that anymore? You know, is this the time we need to kind of really, like, women should not use it to refer to other women as a bitch now. And it's definitely something that's like, my friend said a long time ago, you know, she hated the word, and you know, and if we were drinking and I'd come up and we were overexcited, then I'd say it, and I'd be conscious of saying it because I know she didn't like it. Yeah. And now that I think back, I think really, do we need to say that anymore? You know, and in referring back to Jay-Z, it was only in 2012, after the birth of his daughter, with Beyonce, and he wrote a poem that NME published, and it said, "Before I got in this game, made a change and got rich, I didn't think hard about using the word bitch. I rapped it, I flipped it, I sold it, I lived it. Now with my daughter in this world, I curse those that gave it." So again, you know, now here he's thinking, you know, now he's got a female person in his life, you know, a daughter, like you would see if you've got a sister. Yeah. You know, you look at it differently. You know, that is it's a derogatory word, and we don't need to use it anymore.
I can't argue with that. I think it's okay it's not necessary. It doesn't need to be in songs. Like, songs were never like that before.
Well, but referring to women, you know, like, he had a song called "That's My Bitch," and he was referring to his wife, Beyonce.
Yeah. Like, that's like, if I'm joking, you know what I mean, like, or whatever, I'll call someone a bitch.
Now, son of a bitch. I like the son of a bitch. And you go, son of a bitch, like that. It's quite, you know, it's the word is in context, and it can sound quite funny. But if you're saying she's a bitch, or this is my bitch, or bitch is down here, like Cardi B says, it's like,
yeah. See, like, I use it in, like, if, like, say I was with my sister or a friend or whatever, and like they said something sarcastic and like joking or whatever, and I'd go, cheeky bitch, you know what I mean? But like, not in like,
no, I know
not overused. So,
but again, you're still referring to the person because she's female, you know. So if it was a man, or
no, but I'll do it in men as well.
You call him a cheeky bitch.
Yeah, I'll call him a cheeky bitch.
But you say you cheeky knobhead or something like that, wouldn't you? But it's just like, well, it's just.
It depends. If like I'm friends, I'll just say a cheeky bitch to them, like just the same. And it doesn't matter like their sexuality or whatever. I just call them a cheeky bitch.
Well, it's about finding an alternative to a word that we don't really need to kind of overuse anymore.
Yeah. I don't understand what you're saying though, the overuse of it, and just putting it in like a sentence where it's like not necessary. Do you know what I mean? Like when you, as you said, when Jay-Z's just talking about his wife, she's not even there, she doesn't say anything, it's just listed in the song as a bit.
She likes the song, you know. She was backing vocals on this song, and it's called "That's My Bitch." Now, to him, that's an affectionate term to use towards his wife, but this was obviously before his daughter was born. He obviously looked at the word differently now, and now he's got a daughter, because you stand on that, you know, when your daughter gets 14 and someone calls him a bitch, what are you going to do about it? I bet you've got a different view about it then. You'd be, you know.
True. All right then, and your next thing that people say?
Okay, the next one I think I might have mentioned before is the word baby steps.
Yeah.
And the thing is with baby steps, you know, it makes sense as such, but it's just that kind of, it's a meh word. It's not a positive word. So if you were in recovery from something, or you were doing a project, you were excited about doing it, and someone said, yeah, you know, baby steps, it means obviously it's going to take time. it's slow progress, and it's not what you want to hear when you're all fired up and you want a quick recovery, or you know, you want to get out of this situation. Baby steps is not a positive word to me. And yeah,
and see what you're saying. It's kind of like,
baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Well, yeah, but that's not what I want to wear now. I want to hear, you're gonna, positive thoughts or positive words that are gonna make you think, yeah, okay, I can do this. I want to get up and do it. Just not like, baby steps, baby steps. No.
Yeah, it's kind of like I see what you're saying. It does makes it sound negative. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not really encouraging because, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, it's worse when you've got a project to do, isn't it? He's like baby steps. But I can imagine if you were in recovery, and the doctor went, everything baby steps, it'd be like, oh, that obviously means it's going to take so long. Progress is going to be so slow. It's, it's just not kind of like the word it's going to get you going, yeah, I can do this, baby steps and all.
I remember when I was in
baby steps.
When I was in hospital and I was a bit high on drugs and stuff, one of the nurses who was trying to be encouraging, and I'm not normally a twat, but I was on this occasion, because she went, because I don't even know what I said, but she was saying loads of things and just going on and on and on, and then she went, you know what, you've got to learn, it's no good running, what was it again? Trying to run before you can walk, kind of thing. And I went, and I was like, I kind of walk, and I was really mean, and I'm not usually mean.
Say it as you mean it, lady. Say it as you mean it.
And then she just was good, but like normally I find it hilarious. So, oops, the T word. No, I didn't oops it. I did on purpose. Anyway, I find it hilarious, like when someone says something to us that like they feel uncomfortable about. So like I was on the phone the other day and the woman said to us, like, are you disabled or whatever? And I said, I'm in a wheelchair. No, I said, I can't walk. And she went, you're in a wheelchair. That's brilliant. And then she went, no, it's not brilliant. Well, and I just laughed my head off. I think it's hilarious because people get so thinking about it, and it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm not in any way offended. I just find it so funny because people feel uncomfortable. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like someone once said to us, I seen them when I was in the wheelchair, and they were like, "Oh, you're doing great," but the last time I seen them, I was walking.
Yeah.
So like,
and could you register on their face that they'd said the wrong thing?
So funny though, so funny, and I just think it's hilarious, and I'm just really mean, but I can't help it. And I just laugh and go, "It's fine," and they get like don't know how to put themselves, and then it's funny. Anyway, yeah. So what was the last thing you had?
Okay, the last one is I said to my son Charlie, I said, what is it that people say that you don't like? And he said, Mummy, I don't like it when you say I can't be asked. and that's it. I was like, well, no, I don't say that. I don't say that. He said, you do. You say it when you're watching TV and I ask you to come up and look at something I've done. You say, I can't be asked. And it was like really hit me that because I was like, I do say it, and the truth is, I mean it at the time because I can't be asked because I'm watching this and I want to watch it, and I don't want to come upstairs for the 100th time in the last hour to see this Roblox character you built or the new thing you built in Minecraft. But the fact that he pointed it out, it says it would really hit me, and I was like, yeah, it isn't really a nice thing to say to somebody, that is it? I can't be asked isn't a good character, personality trait to have, because that refers to as being quite lazy, doesn't it, as well?
Well, I think you just mean that you're tired, but I think especially a child who might not understand it may take it as like, I can't be asked with you, but that's not what you mean.
It's always how other people view that of what comes out your mouth. So people view it as, I can't be asked is not, other people's opinion of that word, because you're saying it towards them, isn't good, is it? It's like, instead of saying that, you could say, think about something alternative to say.
Yeah, especially to a child. I think, and like, I know, like, my kids understand, like, I'll, like, speaking of that, right, we were trying to get the Jasper broke his collar out. I ordered him one on the internet in the end, because they could only get a decent one, but he broke his collar, and I was taking him out with Laura, so I had to go to B&M. Went to B&M, and I come back, and the collar was too big, because he's such, he's got such a tiny neck, and I only bought like a medium, and it said it would fit, but it had like a choker thing on it. So I had to go all the way back, and I was like, "Oh, can I be asked?"
Yeah.
Laura was like, "You're in a wheelchair. It doesn't matter." And I'm like, "It does. You still feel the same. You still have that thing about not being asked.
Yeah.
You still have to, like, physically do it. I can't leave my body here and go B&M. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and even though I'm not physically walking the steps, I still have to get there. I still have to concentrate to get there or whatever. But yeah,
the thing is, you're being honest, because I do feel like I can't be asked, you know what I mean? Because I want to say this is the 10th time I've been upstairs to look at the new head that you built on this Minecraft character. And that's how I feel. But really, kind of like, think about choosing my words differently, and not kind of like coming across as like, I can't be asked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that in the bin and choose something different to say to him in future. Like, I'll do it in 5 minutes and not do it.
Not do it all.
I'll be up in a minute. That's another one. I'll be up in a minute. 20 minutes later.
I'll be up on the break or whatever. Right, let's have a look. I do like the term "can't be arsed," though. I really do. But I understand what you're saying in terms of to a child. I think they would take it in the wrong way. Whereas, like,
it didn't even have to think about it. It came out of his mouth straight away.
Yeah.
It was like the first thing he said straight away, and I was like, wow.
I don't like the term baby steps. I understand why people say it, but then you wouldn't go on to say, well, you've done baby steps, you're on toddler steps now. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God, this is going to take forever.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I understand why people say it, but I get what you're saying. It's not really something, an overuse of the term bitch. Yeah. I think I'm going to see if can't be asked, but only to be said to people who understand it, like in terms of like
an adult to an adult.
Yeah. Then that way you can still banish it and not say it to your son.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll think of an alternative for that one of what I can say.
So, people of the chat, do you want to banish the overuse of the word bitch? I'm going to say over, just in case it thingies you're all for saying bitch. Or do you want to banish the term baby steps? Just put steps. So either over or steps. Susan's approaching old lady steps. Is that where you're at, are you? Stahl says that can't be asked just makes me think of hemorrhoids.
It's true.
Okay.
But he's just lazy in it as well. I can't be asked. Can't be asked.
It looks like it's going to be overuse of the word bitch. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jack. Hi, Cassie. Hi, anyone else who was coming and I didn't see? Yeah, definitely. Overuse of the word bitch. Vanished. Okay, next one. So,
next one is
films.
Films, there we go.
Films.
Okay. The thing with films, you don't know if other people have seen them, but so I tried to go to ones maybe where people might have seen them, and that is a 2017 film starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem by the director Darren Aronofsky, who also did Black Swan and The Wrestler, and that is a film called Mother. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
So he's a poet. This is his wife. Basically, the poet gets famous and everybody starts turning up at his house. Everybody moves in on the house. And before you know it, it's just chaos, trippy, madness shit going on where it's just like, I don't get what's going on. There's like, the house is full of different people. She's like that all the time. And it's just garbage. It's just garbage all the way through. But obviously you have to wait to the end to make sure that it is garbage, but it is garbage. And it's Mother. Terrible. 2017, terrible.
I've got a 40-minute rule, so if after 40 minutes I'm still like, what the, then I just switch it off.
Good idea, but sometimes I can't do that, but it is a good idea. You just need to like call it quits, don't you? It's like,
if there's no reason why I need to watch it, like if I can't think of any reason, and I know sometimes you just think, oh, I need to know what happened.
Sorry, can I start? Nick Hales is acting a bit hard here because he just used the word bitch. And I'm just referring to me.
You wanted to see if you could type it or if it would get banned, because I said just in case. Yeah, 40 minutes is my thing.
Yeah, generous, but I think
20 minutes for Kelly.
And Channel them haven't seen it. Surprise, surprise.
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm telling you now, don't go see it. It's a waste of your life. Don't go see it. Terrible film. And The Black Swan is a good film, and The Wrestler is okay, but Black Swan is a really good film. But this is utter garbage.
All right. So, what is your second choice?
The next film is a 1999 famous horror that is the Blair Witch Project.
The Blair Witch Project.
The Witch Project. It's just boring. Not scary. It's not horror. And it kind of like on the back of that, loads of other handheld films came out. It was shot like that in the minicam kind of thing. They weren't good either. It's boring. We went to see it at the cinema. My boyfriend at the time fell asleep, and we were just like, no, not scared at all, because we like a good slasher movie. Yeah. This is not scary at all to me. And
I wouldn't have even attempted to watch it because I don't do horrors.
Well, it's not even a horror. This is the thing, it's nothing scary about it.
It wasn't meant to be.
Well, yeah, supposedly, but no. So garbage to me. Blair Witch, get in the bin.
Nia said she laughed all the way through Blair Witch Project.
That's about it, yeah. I would have laughed, but we went to a late night showing at the Corner House in Leeds. Is it called the Corner House? Pitch House? Anyway, it was about midnight. It was like a special, like, woohoo! Like, can't wait for this. It's like, boyfriend fell asleep. This is just a garbage. Not scared at all.
Lisa said Blair Witch is someone with a runny nose in a bubble hat.
Yeah, this is the thing I probably haven't put on my list either, and I can't be doing like bodily fluids, visually seeing saliva and snot.
Oh, I don't like that either. Snot is not.
I can't see where that's it. Yeah.
All right.
You lived around there, didn't you, Nem? We talked about that. He lived down Burnham Road, didn't he?
I mean, I'd heard of it as a film, but I've never seen it. Susan said it was overhyped.
Yeah, it was definitely overhyped, yeah.
Okay, and your third choice?
Is a 2009 film, 2 hours and 43 minutes of what the F is going on, and that's Watchmen. Do you remember Watchmen? I think it's a comic style based on a graphic novel. So I think you had to be a bit of a nerd at new stuff to kind of know what was going on in it. But again, garbage.
I switched it off.
Did you?
I like superhero stuff, but
I love superheroes films, anything like that.
Couldn't get away with it. Didn't have a clue.
No, didn't know what's going on. It was. It contains a lot of nudity and graphic bloodshed. I was like, shit, I'm in there. I like that type of film. And then it was just like, what is going on? I've just wasted 2 hours and 43 minutes of my life on this.
I don't know if you just saw that, but Stephen Stahl 69 has seen the porno version of Blair Witch. Bear Bitch.
Oh, the porno version of Blair Witch.
Which is called Bear Bitch.
I'm Bear Bitch.
And then he said, ha ha ha, call me Cardi B.
You need to use a few more explicit lyrics than that.
Yeah, That's very tame.
Yeah.
It's tame.
Channel Net, Watchmen is a good movie. I don't believe you've seen it. I can't believe you've seen that film.
No.
What do you reckon, Lena?
No, plus I don't believe in his taste anyway. He had snakeskin shoes and white trousers and a bobble head.
A man bun. So yeah, they're the three films. I mean, there is a lot of films you can think of though that you know you just think, what have I just watched? That is garbage. And to be fair, there's quite a few at the moment on Amazon Prime and Netflix when they do the originals. Like, oh, go watch that. I mean, honestly, 90% are utter garbage that are just like, you know, just tick you over. There's nothing kind of quality in that them type of.
I also think sometimes it also depends on your mood and stuff. You know, like you can watch something and then it just doesn't work for you at that time. You know, and then you go back to it maybe another time and it for some reason it's better, but.
I'd never go back to Watchmen. I might, you know, at the push.
Apparently, the TV series is better than the film, but I know I tried the film and was just like, no. Oh God, Stu! He said to Stephen Style 69, is that the one where the girl is in a bobble hat, but it's not snot running down her face?
Now he's trying to get in a Cardi B video here, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Oh, jeez.
She wouldn't wear a bobble hat, she'd wear a cap.
All right. Anyway,
Amazon is brilliant. That is saying the series that they make on Amazon and Netflix, when they do the series, are brilliant. But when they do them short films that are like 1 hour 40 minutes, most of them are utter garbage.
So Watchmen I turned off, wasn't interested in. I would never even attempt to watch the Blair Witch Project because it just, you know, although it's meant to be a horror in it, you saying it isn't, it still would probably have jump scares in that I would
there's no jump scares at all.
In it, that's what always gets me. And I don't really want to see this mother from what you've said. It doesn't sound very good. So
I mean, you could kind of, people might say it's quite arty and stuff, but you just don't know what's going on in it. It's just
that
like
I'm debating whether to save it because I haven't seen it, but then I haven't seen Blair Witch either. It's just that I wouldn't. It's not my choice of film genre. So,
I mean, because Blair Witch kind of like I said, it was a movement, and after that came a lot of other films. Whether you're into that or not, and I wasn't into that, a lot of the handheld films, but a lot of things came off the back of Blair Witch. You know, other than more than any of the other things, you know.
Yeah.
So it did have that, I suppose, whether you like it or not.
I'm gonna
she likes Mother. I thought you might like that too.
Well, I'm going to save Mother because I haven't seen it, but also I think I've seen a advert for it. Is it the computer or something? Is there a computer? No.
In Mother?
Yeah.
No.
So, or maybe it's not that one then. Or maybe I've seen something else. I'll save it anyway, just because I haven't seen it for now, and then I'll probably decide later. So, people in the chat, do you want to either banish the Blair Witch Project or Watchmen, the film version?
Yeah.
So, if it's the Blair Witch Project, type Blair, and if it's Watchmen, type Watchmen.
And Mr. Sprout was mentioning Cloverfield. Yeah, in fact, out of all them that came out of handheld, Cloverfield I thought was okay. It wasn't brilliant, but it was okay out of all them that came out. Right, I'm just going for a toilet break. Is that okay, Lainey? Yeah. No sound effects here.
No sound effects, no. Can we bin Tony Blair if you want? I've seen that one about a computer mother, Lainey, can't remember the title, that was okay. Yeah, I remember seeing an advert for it and I don't know what it was, but yeah. just to say to Neil, this is how you go to the toilet. Just saying. But yeah, there's no sound effects. But I'm thinking from what you've all said. Oh, it's called I Am Mother. Right. So Blair Witch. Sorry I'm late. I've got a note from my mom, but it says F off. No bother. Your mom can say F off, I don't mind. Yeah, but Blair Witch is in the Banish bin. So I'll tell that to Queenie when she comes back, and I'm gonna have a drink. Do you mean The Ring? Isn't that the one where she comes out of the TV? Oh, I wouldn't have watched that. Yeah. Lex says, so what have I missed? Has Queenie been Disney for us?
I've never been Disney. Who did we been anyway, actually?
The Blair Witch Project that went.
Wow, I'm surprised. Why did people think they didn't keep Watchmen? Did people watched it, or they just not?
I'm not sure if everyone had watched it, but those who had watched Blair Witch said the same. Yeah. I don't think anyone stuck through it, not one person.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't actually think of anyone that's seen it that said that it was good, a good film. You know, everyone's kind of like agreed with me.
Yeah. All right. So the next category is people that
snog in public.
People that snog in public.
And they make that noise where it's just like, you know, that's like
yeah,
thumping noise. And it's just like, no, like public displays of affection need to be kept to a minimum. So if you a peck, a kiss, yeah, fine, you know, staring each other's eyes, that's fine. Don't make the noise near me. And I especially don't want to see your mouth this wide open and like some saliva coming out. It's just like, no. That is an absolute, you know, definite. Stop snogging in public. I don't care how old you are. If you're a teenager, you know, it's all exciting for you. I don't give a toss. Don't do it in a public place.
Lex said, I hate kissing in public. Sex is fine, though.
Yeah, that's all right. As long as, you know, you think you can be...
Yeah, if you can hear a slurp within 2 meters.
If you're not making noise, that's fine. It's the noise.
Yeah, if there's no noise effects.
People
no
make...
sound effects. No, I'm with you. Like, it's like if you're leaving each other and whatever, and you're gonna see them at home in an hour, it's a quick peck on the cheek, see you later, love, bye, whatever. Fine, but like to have a full-on snog session in the street,
you know, even at the train station or the airport, it's fine. Yeah, if you're not going to see each other for a while, but just move to like a discreet area, move to a wall. Yeah, like, don't do it in the middle of a queue.
Tonsil tennis in that. No.
And then you find yourself going, oh my God, he's such a bad kisser.
Yeah.
His mouth like this wide open, it's like all over the face, like, ugh.
All right. And people, what's your second category? So people that
open the car doors on the roadside to get their babies out of the car.
On the roadside.
On the roadside, they open the doors and they're fiddling with the car seats, and they get the kids out the roadside and they're hurrying around the car like that. Or they're fiddling with the car, undoing car belts and stuff like that. Why are you even doing it on the roadside? Do you not know how many accidents happen, or, you know, from kids and parents opening doors on the roadside? But it's people still think, and they swing the doors open. And they're like there for like 5 minutes and they try and get the car seat out. Why are you even doing it on the roadside? I just don't get it. Bad parenting, she says.
Yeah, there's no need for that, like, is there? I mean, leaving them on top of the roof and driving off's fine, but like not.
Yeah, absolutely, that's fine. Yeah.
Not opening them on.
No, it inconveniences me that I have to go. Like, shake my head as I'm driving past like that. I'm not one parent, don't you know? I would never do that. As you're getting your baby out of the car seat, it's like, And then hurrying them around the back of the car. Don't move from there. And then they've even got these rules where you have to leave your hand on the car once they've got round there. Well, just take them out on the other side. Just you're going to have to get in the car, lean over and pull them out. Why are you even doing it on the roadside?
Just makes sense.
Absolutely. Step back into the traffic with the baby in the arms. Yeah, it is absolute crazy.
Right. And your third thing?
Third thing, I'm not quite sure if this has been said before, because I know there's a lot of people irritated with people on phones, and that is people who are on phones while they're still being served at the till. So they go up to the till still on the phone, and then they're doing this kind of like sign language to the person on the till, where they go do this and they point to the bag and they go and like still acknowledging the person.
I've seen people do that,
but it's like this. Sign language that they use. It's just like, oh, just get off your phone then. If you're going to be polite to the person that's serving,
it is rude.
Get off your phone.
Yeah, you see what Stephen said.
Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I mean.
Exactly. Well, she's going to say something else,
and I'm not so good in other areas.
Yeah, but that's not dangerous, though, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So, people that snog in public can't stand it. People that open a car, I can't stand any of these. Actually, I can't give a legit reason why. I mean, as you said, people who want to snog in public can do it in a discreet way. You know, as people were talking about in the chat, there's dogging, so they could go there. You know what I mean? Don't have to be here.
There's websites for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. There's websites and things. Opening the car door, obviously, it's not rocket science to me. You know what I mean?
This is why people still do it. I see it regularly that people are opening the car doors as there's traffic flying past. And there's a park not far from us, and there's always a memorial for a child that got killed because that happened because they opened the car door and were getting the kids out of that side. And obviously the person that hit that child, that person's life will never be the same. That is a massive change for them. They didn't want that to happen, but were they expecting a child to jump out of the roadside of a car?
All right, people in the chat. So, snogging in public, I'm not saving any of them. So, snogging in public, do you want to banish, or do you want to banish people who get a child out of a car or their baby carrier on the road side of the car, or people who are on their phone when they get served in a shop? And it's kind of rude, I think, that, you know what I mean? Like my family, like my sister or whatever, they'll go, all right, I'm just going in the shop now, so I'll ring you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do that,
I've seen people on the phone on the going up to the till, and they've got loads of bags. They can't handle the phone anyway because they've got loads of bags, and they've got a child that's then trying to get out the door. And they're still on the phone. Seriously, what is that important that you need to make that phone call now?
So, right, people in the chat, do you want to banish snogging in public? If you do, public, do you want to banish opening car doors on the roadside? Put roadside, and if you want to banish people on the phone and being served, type served. So, yeah.
I'm just going to shout at my child, so just hang on a sec. Bobby, what are you doing? Bobby, what are you doing? Not too much. They see it as an opportunity to go and do things while I'm here, you see.
Yeah, when you're there, when you have to do that thing where you speak to your kid going.
As he pours the cereal out like that, and he's like overflowing.
When you're on the phone and you're like going.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Giving it hand signals.
But you're not in the shop though.
It's allowed.
Yeah, if you're in your house and nobody can see you, it's fine. All right. Let's have a look what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. Where else is there? Then served 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's people on the phone when you're getting served. I think that seems to have riled the people. So, yep, ban them.
Get in the bin.
Get in the bin. Okay. So the next category is songs.
Okay. First one is, and it even like makes me shudder thinking about this song here. My husband always bursts out laughing when it comes on the radio because I can't get my hand quick enough to turn it off. And that is Thin Lizzy, The Boys Are Back in Town. Right. It's just the whole storytelling of the song, yeah, about this group of lads that get together, you know, and oh man, they just fell about the place, having a laugh about what they used to get up to, and Johnny slapped him in the face. Like, oh, it really makes me cringe, the whole lyrics of that song. You can just imagine, you've all seen them group of lads that are together, like, yeah, go on, giving themselves this or whatever. Lads that are drinking Southern Comfort in their snakeskin shoes, you know, at the bar.
Yeah.
And just like, man, we just fell about the place. Stuff like that. Oh, I hate it. Hate it with a passion. I can't get it off the radio quick enough when it comes on because I can't hear that word. Man,
what film was it in? Wasn't it in a film? And it's... I can't think. I don't know where my phone is to look. Someone in the chat, Noah?
In a film?
Yeah. Boys Are Back in Town. That one. The one that Angel likes.
Images of like a group of lads in Yates's going, yeah, man, you remember this? Oh, yeah. And she slapped you in the face and just fell about the place. Like, oh.
When I was cool, not. When they've never been cool and that.
I already have, because this is like, the, you know, you and your group of mates coming to mind. I don't know what you probably it must have been in a lot of films.
Yeah, it's not a song that bothers me, to be honest. As
soon as that came up, I knew I was going to, you know, this is another one that was top priority of putting on this list, because it is a definite turn off the radio when this comes on, because I just can't hear them. I just can't hear them bit of lyrics. And we just fell about the place. It's like, oh.
I was just seeing if I could find it, referenced and anything. But I don't know. I've just had a quick look.
Yeah, I think it's been quite a few films, hasn't it? I mean, it's
probably has.
The song.
But it's not a song that bothers me. But right, we'll see what else you've got.
Okay. The second one, I think we touched on this, or maybe someone's touched on this. Maybe it was Andrew or someone a few weeks back about cover versions that are never as good.
Right.
But if you remember when, was it Radio 1? Was it used to do them cover versions? The Live Lounge?
The Live Lounge.
And Elbow did a cover of Let's Dance, David Bowie, and it was just like really like drony and just like killed it completely. And even to the point, I'm sure my husband had said to me, well, yeah, Ricky Gervais had said that David Bowie hated that song, hated that cover version. It was like, I don't believe it. It's part of Tribe.
It probably could have been, because I do like 48 Hours, Sylvia, so probably could have been. I can't hear anyone else singing Let's Dance other than
Bowie, yeah, and it's like a really toned down version of Let's, and you know his Guy Garvey's voice is quite, you know,
yeah.
I mean, and so it was just like Let's Dance. So there was no kind of like beat or funkiness to it at all. It was just garbage.
Elbow, can't see the point of them. They're good for keeping your shoulder and your wrist connected.
Do you know, actually, just before we came on, I was watching Nick and Andrea, and Brumry Silla was on there talking about vinyl, and there was a guy in the chat there who said, I don't think he's in. I don't know. I hadn't recognised his name before I was being in the chat, but he said, my mate, Guy Garvey. And I was like, I nearly said, but come and watch Delaney's Banish bin. I'm going to bin him in a bit, elbow, Guy Garvey. He's not in here anyway, but he'd said that his mate was Guy Garvey.
Oh, right. Yeah, was he one of them who was like just saying it every 5 minutes?
Says my mate's a rock star or something. My mate's in a band. Elbow, Guy Garvey in Elbow. So, and near the commented, he went, well, come and watch me on Big Girls Don't Cry, where I put them in the bin. Ronnie, yeah, someone said that. Chris Tyler said Ronnie. I think he was called Ronnie, wasn't he? Yeah.
I think I seen Andrea Benham for some reason.
Oh shit, Elbow. As in the Banish the whole band, Elbow. No,
someone called Ronnie.
Oh.
But that could have just been he was being rude or something, or somebody was. I don't know. I was only half watching because I was still doing like half of me face. I was trying anyway. All right. So your last song.
All right. I had to toy with this again with this song because I absolutely love this song. But in the first release of this song in 1989, I didn't have a good experience. But later in the 90s, when I used to hear it as a dance track, it's a brilliant, brilliant tune. And that is Lil Louis, French Kiss. And it starts doing this big groaning in the middle. Do you remember it?
No. Little Louis, French Kiss.
Lil Louis, French Kiss. It's like a really good. It went on like that for ages. In the middle, it had this big like orgasm kind of like sound in the middle where the lady went So it was the 80s, late 80s, and we used to. I had my little ghetto blaster on the side of the road, and we'd be roller skating to it. And Lil Louis came on, and we were just like, yeah. So then, as you start like mimicking the sounds. So we'd stand there going, all the time. And my friend's mum blew out of that house. She was like, you could get out of the house quick enough. I've never seen Margaret move so fast.
Let's have a look.
Ghetto blaster, like putting a finger down. And we got a right telling off for that. And it was like, I've never been so embarrassed in my life because everyone was coming out to see what was going on or whatever. So it kind of completely ruined the moment. But as it happens, it is a great song. But for that purpose, Lil Louis, French Kiss with its orgasm.
What year was this then?
It's a brilliant song. It really is. It was in the early 90s when we started going to clubs.
You know it then.
You will know it. And the video was that monkey playing the drums, like the Duracell monkey was like playing the drums. Right, skip. It's a really long track. Skip to the middle.
Oh, I think I do.
Pause right down.
Oh, yeah, I do remember it. Yeah, I remember it now.
And you know the middle bit, don't you?
It just gets slower and slower and like dirtier and dirtier, doesn't it?
So yeah, imagine you're listening to that and you're on your roller boots dancing in the street.
I think some of the chat might have just like screenshotted your little bit of French Kiss thing.
Who did that?
Let's do that again. Nobody did. I'm just saying. That's what it'll be like. They'll be doing it later. Sharon was like, "Can you sing that again, please, Queenie?" Oh no, that is terrible.
No, but the actual track itself is a really good track. But I mean, and there was obviously radio edits of it when it came out because they couldn't play that for some reason. And I tried to look this up, so I don't know if Channel Them can answer this question. It's that I thought it must have been on a Now album or a Hits album. We had it on cassette, and it definitely played that chorus because we were all, me and my mates were there just going, doing all this to the dance, and our roller boots, and then out comes the neighbour like, "That's Margaret, like, turn that off! What the hell are you doing?"
Right. Okay. So let's have a look at these choices. Let's Dance by Elbow. It just needs binning instantly. That I'm not saving that. I do recall Little Louie after I played it there. Not my thing. I think I'd probably liked it back in the day, because I was young and whatever.
And I mean, as a standalone track, obviously it just gets repetitive. But when you hear it in a club and they mix it into lots of it's brilliant. It's a brilliant track. But just as when you're trying to sing it,
I do like Boys Are Back in Town. So I'm gonna have to save it. Sorry, you'll have to keep switching off.
Man, we just fell about the place. It's like,
people of the chat, if you want to banish Let's Dance's version or Elbow's version of Let's Dance, then put Elbow. And if you wanted to banish Little Louie's French Kiss, then put French. Bear in mind that you will also banish Queenie's version as well. And she might not want to do that.
This was the YouTube edit that I did. I can do it for 5 minutes if you want me to.
Oh, right. Apparently it was Donna Summer doing the groaning on French Kiss.
It was who?
Donna Summer.
Are you sure?
That's what Stalls just put in.
Was it really? Are you sure that on the other track that Donna Summer did? When she did that?
Well, that must be why she got to do it. We heard you moaning before. Hey, Donna.
Can you moan on that other one, love?
Can you come and moan on this? You sound really good.
Maybe I could get a job moaning on tracks.
Aye. I'm sure Baby Station will love you. I'm sure they'll be ringing you up after this. But yeah, back in the room. Why is everyone typing Elbow? You shouldn't have left the room, and then you would know.
Does Nick remember Lil Louie French Kiss? He must do.
He knows a lot. Oh, apparently he sampled it from I Feel Love.
Yeah, I did. That's the first song that came to me when he did Donna Summer, because I know she did it on I Feel Love.
He sampled it from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bobby, this is what I mean about why I'm facing the other way. My son has just walked into the room. He's talking to me and he's stark naked. This is why I said to you, lady, didn't I? I've turned my computer around so I'm facing this way so they don't walk in through the door as they are. What do you want?
Okay, so that's undeniably Elbow.
I mean, I quite like Elbow as it is. Again, it's a bit, a bit drony, but they're all right. I get them. But this version of Let's Dance, no, just don't do it.
It's not Elbow as in such, Nick. It's just their version of Let's Dance, their live lounge version of Let's Dance that she wants to win, because apparently it's pants. Right. So the next category is things people do.
No, food.
Have I did them the wrong way around? Yeah, food. I wrote them the wrong way around, but still.
Yeah, food. Yeah, food. Oh, that's a good point, actually. You might have said that. Things people do. No, songs, yeah. Okay, food. Always a no-brainer for me, and that is people that eat mussels. The seafood mussels. Yeah, and they get them on the shell, and it's like they're trying to be really romantic, and you see them all, and it's like they slurp them in. It's like no, yeah, not sexy, not romantic. You slurping a slug down, whatever it resembles like a sludge thing in it. No.
Yeah, and they have that hairy bit. I mean that. What is that? Is that muscle penis or something?
I don't.
It's weird.
And they get this little dribble that comes down. It's like, ew, no. When
you know what? I can eat them. I do eat them. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. But I am put off with like the hairy bit. Yeah.
I got a hairy bit on my muscle. It's
Yeah.
like doing a Cardi B song.
Neil loves them, but he said they look like lady parts. I'm sorry, if my lady parts look like that, then I won't go to the doctors.
And if anyone made that noise near my lady parts, that'd be a definite no. No. It's just like it's supposed to be like, say, if they're going in romantic film or you're doing it, it's like the first thing as well, it's not romantic, it's other people feeding each other food, you know, like, ooh, have a bit of this or whatever. And it's like, no, not nice, not romantic.
Style said French kiss song, snogging in public, and now slurping muscles. There's a theme.
I'm a Virgo. I hate kind of like juices or noises or things like that.
That's another person. That thing that people do where they go on eating channels and people actually watch people. I hate people making food noises.
Yeah,
not
food
nice.
noises,
It's not good. But yeah, it does look a bit like lady parts, I have to say. Like just up never mind. Moving on. Next one is
foie gras. Do you know what foie gras is?
Isn't that where they overstuff a goose or a girl? Yeah, I think it's cruel.
Just disgusting. I mean, unnecessary. It's what ponces eat, you know. Twat people eat stuff like that, you know. I'll have some foie gras on the side. It's overpriced. It's priced.
What is it again? Goose, duck? Can't remember.
It's liver that they've
force fed. Yeah.
Or the goose with a tube. They force feed until it explodes, and then that is the foie gras. That's a delicacy and served with your meal. French delicacy.
So it's like a. Is it like a pâté? Yeah. It's just it's not
just not necessary at all. I mean, and obviously any kind of food like that where it's like a ridiculous price to pay for it, and it's cruel as well, you know.
Yeah, I knew they overfed them, and I knew that much, and obviously it's not something that is ever would ever appeal to me anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't appeal to the majority of us, does it?
No.
There's only a certain clientele that will go and say, "Oh yes, and I'll have a side of foie gras, please."
Yeah. Right. And your last one?
It's pretty much on the same lines of that for me, and that is when people go and pick their own lobster to eat. So you go into a fish restaurant, maybe not so much over here, but in Europe or, you know, when you've been away, and then you go into a fish restaurant and they've got these lobsters. So
if you ordered lobster and you never saw it alive, you would still have it in that way?
No, I've been vegetarian since I was age 11.
Vegetarian, so you just
so no, but I have
to see other people do that.
I hate the whole idea of it, and I find it difficult to sit at a table where people dissect the food looks like it did when it was alive. So a full fish with a head, or if they have the hog roast somewhere and people.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You eat, that's fine. It's already dead and you're eating it.
Mm.
But it's not fine. But obviously, I'm not going to say I'm going to move away from your table. But I find it difficult when people purposely. There's some sort of mentality, I'm sure, that people
why do we
go into the restaurant to choose that. Like that one, and then it's dead on your plate. I mean, aren't they the same type of people that eat foie gras?
Probably.
I mean, people that have paella, and obviously they've got the prawns in that still resemble and stuff like that. I mean, it's not nice to look at, but I won't walk away from the table, you know, from that. And same with the fish. We can get the big fish at people out. I mean, I travelled a lot with my job, and they would always eat crap like that. You know what I mean? They'd always go to these restaurants that did that. And I especially would not. I drew the limit at walking into a fish restaurant where they chose their own lobster to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get why would someone want to go and choose it. You know what I mean?
And Stolt says, but there's an honesty to picking what will be killed for you to eat. But that's if you kill it yourself, yeah? If you're in a survival mode and you have to eat food and you kill that yourself and eat it, yeah, then that's acceptable, you know, because that's you killing for a purpose, not because you're going in there. It's already there, caught, ready for you. You're not doing any of the work at all of getting that food on your plate, apart from pointing to it. Yeah, there's a completely different level to that. Lobster lives matter. Hell yeah, Sharon.
Well, I don't really eat lobster. It's probably way too out of my price range and whatever. I do and have had crab. I do like mussels, so for that reason I'm going to save mussels. Don't like the hairy bit. I don't slurp. I'm not a weirdo, and I don't like the hairy bit. So, but I really don't like the whole thing with, like, I can't even say it. Foie gras, whatever it is.
Foie gras, is it? Yeah, foie gras.
We're just gonna call it pate for this. Pate, paste, whatever it is. But we'll say pate because it's posher, isn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna save mussels because, like I said, I do eat them. So
have you ever been on a date, Lainey, where you ate mussels?
No, because I wouldn't choose. I wouldn't choose food like that because I was on a date. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. Yeah. I would choose something that would be not very smelly or anything. Do you know what I mean? Something simple. Yeah, I don't want animals to look like animals on a plate either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
I have that issue because I don't eat them anyway. But you know, it's still uncomfortable to be around, to be sat at a dinner table with people that are eating food that resembles, exactly how it looked like, what it looked like when it died.
Yeah. Right. So we've got both. Bin them all of it. Bin them both, and foie gras.
Yeah, foie gras.
So because they've put foie gras and.
Did you know shoes are made from only livers of the male ducks? Yeah, it said mallards, didn't it? Yeah.
I love my ducks.
I know.
Can't be damaging my ducks. I'm gonna take pictures of them. So I am going to go with foie gras because everyone else has put bin them all, and obviously I'm not binning both, so I will.
And Lainey loves the ducks. We can't be thinking of foie gras when we see our duck calendar.
I was naming all my ducks in my photos the other day. I was like, this is Stephen, this is Fred, this is Bob. Just going through them all, like give them all names. And then they were like, which one's which? I was like, don't know, forgot. Right. A moulard, a crossbreed. What is
moulard,
that?
Yeah.
A cross with a
just the whole
concept. But a duck's a duck, innit? All the ducks. They're cute.
Save all the ducks.
Yes. Right. So foie gras.
Foie gras.
I want it. If I see it written, it looks like fussy grass to me.
Foie gras, yeah.
But it doesn't look right. Yeah, the one with the handbag with Stephen. Yeah, that's right. A Muscovy duck, and a white pecan.
White pecan.
Yeah. Tell that with a beautiful mandarin duck. That's more than a duck. That's a duck. That mandarin duck's a budgie chicken as well. Anyway. So your last one last category, or did I give you things people do?
Yeah, I've got a last one now. I've done what the people say, because we talked about the bitch word in that one.
Yeah, what I did
do, because we talked about the car doors.
So on a random mix.
So the random mix for me is public toilet rolls.
So public toilet rolls.
And that is when you get to a public toilet. So you're at a gig and it's like break time, a big gig at an arena. You queued for ages for the bog. You get there and they've got their machines on the wall, haven't they? The toilet roll is encased in. And the person thought it might be funny, the cleaning person, to put the toilet roll in without pulling the toilet roll edge off the paper. So you get your hand up, your hands up in the toilet thing, and you're shredding the bits of paper, trying to find the corner to pull a piece of toilet roll down. Yeah. And you just get shreds and shreds and shreds. And it's like a kind of like a battle of wills. It's like, right, I am getting this toilet roll. So you're right up there, aren't you?
The thing is,
come on. And it's just like just shreds of roll coming down on the toilet roll. And you're like, oh, God damn it, I'll just use my phone.
And then when you get it and you pull it hard because you think, I'll pull it hard. So you pull it hard and it does that thing where I go to Max, so right now he's spinning it. And then it snaps up again.
Either that, because obviously if it don't come out, I just end up like, I just give that machine a good punch, you know what I mean? I don't want a scrappy bit of bog roll. I want a full sheet of bog roll.
It's thin. It's usually like tracing paper.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
I think they do it for love. They must do it for a laugh, because you go to cinema, man likes cinema, and they like, it's there hanging ready for you. Do you know what I mean? You just go, it's easy.
It's
not at a gig. Like,
I'm not sanding and repainting down there. I don't need it filing or anything.
You're there longer than you need to be. If someone's on the door, hurry up, please. It's like, I'm going to smash your face in a minute because I'm trying to get this toilet roll out in one sheet.
Exactly.
One sheet is plenty.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Even worse when there's nothing left. Exactly. That's another one. You've queued up all that time, you get in there and it's like, and hand up the toilet machine, up the toilet roll holder, nothing there.
I know, exactly. That shiny tracing paper, what the hell was that supposed to absorb? That
was cool, wasn't it? Supposed to absorb. It absorbed nothing, didn't it?
Nah. Right, so your next one for random mix?
The next one is gender reveal parties.
Okay.
So you see them in celeb magazines. And it's kind of like grown a bit, like, when you had a hen party back in the day, a hen party was like you go down to your local or you go down clubbing and stuff. And then it got really elaborate, didn't it? And then so did christening parties. And now we've got this stupid craze of gender reveal parties where you set off some elaborate explosion that reveals the gender of your baby. Now, fine, it's nice that you want to celebrate it, but to have a party for it, and then you're obviously trying to beat the next person with ideas on what to come up with to do a gender reveal.
Yeah, it's
just going crazy, yeah. And I had this in my head, and then the news came up on my phone that a parent had been killed building a pipe bomb for a gender explosion in the UK. And then I looked at it and I thought, what, really? And it was like, and as you go back, there's been a number of cases of deaths reported for elaborate gender reveal parties where they build explosive devices, and you can actually buy a bomb kit to do an explosion, so you can have the pink confetti or the blue confetti. And there's been reports of deaths of parents and party goers from a gender reveal party. So it's basically just
madness. That's madness. I know my niece had one. She did I wasn't there in that, but a few family members went in that when it was before when it was allowed, and it was just a balloon, you know, with the red.
Yeah, but that's sweet. But that's sweet between you and
but
your
I agree with you in the sense that they're getting bigger and better and more elaborate and
you
more.
You don't need to invite your best friend's cousin twice removed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's having a bit, I'll be there, but not just to reveal to whether you're going to show me a pink or blue confetti or, you know, it's not.
Stu's put decapitation for a boy, full body mutilation for a girl.
Yeah, that's what it is. He said that only recently someone had hired a light aircraft to release pink fluid or blue fluid, onto the party goers. It did release these pink fluids and then predominantly like crash landed, killing the pilot, on landing. It's like, woo, let's party.
Yeah, mad. Hi, Mel. Fauna, who Sylvia said, I once went to a gender reveal where it was by cutting the cake, but unfortunately the cake was green inside. She says, I never laughed so much. What are you having?
Was it supposed to be like that then? Was a case of having an alien? It didn't matter, or, you know, was that just like not supposed to happen?
How dare these parents even assume the gender of their unborn babies? Asking them.
What happens? Just saying I'm having a baby, and when it comes out, that's the baby. You know, I mean, why?
Yeah, like it's not a, it's like Sweet 16 parties. They came over and it was a big thing, and oh my god! And then everyone's out doing everyone and what the dress will be and what this and that will be, and it's just another expense and another thing. And I mean, if you want to do it for yourself and like a couple of
family, you know, and like saying guess the sex of the baby with your family or and stuff. But when it gets elaborate and it gets, you know, and it's stupid, like trying to, like say, build these massive explosive devices that go wrong.
John said the reveal party should be when the baby pops out. Old school.
Yeah, exactly. Old school.
I didn't know what mine was going to be until we thought up.
Going to the payphone and going to ring in and saying, Nan, I've had a baby boy.
Elysium proms as well. Yeah, they've came over as well. It's not a thing that we did, but it is now. Hi, Ashley. Sorry to hear you're not feeling 100%. Okay, so the last one on your random mix.
Right, the last one, the final one is heavy makeup or women that try to do contouring. Right. Now, I'm not going to criticize another woman for the makeup that she wears, not at all. But I just want to point out that when you do a contouring and you're looking in your light face on, it's very different aspects of that light when you go outside. So there's times when I've drove in my car and I've thought, what is going on with that lady's face? And it's because she's contoured it in a certain way, and it looks like Day of the Dead face makeup because the light sun when you get outside is really bright. It's a really sunny day.
Do you not think that sometimes the contouring is that intentional? Like they've made it intentional because, like, I find now sometimes they do put the cut
literally
so bad under there that you can see it and down your nose and like sort of
looking at it straight on. This is it. The people do the makeup like this.
Blend it in afterwards.
But when you actually go outside and you're driving and someone stood at the lights waiting to cross and you think, people actually look like they've got fancy dress makeup on. Yeah. It's like Day of the Dead, you know, where they just like kind of like do these really exaggerate these lines, and it's a no from me, you know.
I think some people think that it looks good to have it where you can actually see it, but what the thing with contouring is it was meant to be blended enough so that you don't
exaggerate the cheekbone
they don't blend it enough, and so therefore, like, you know, it's totally obvious, so then that makes it worse. So it doesn't actually help.
Yeah, but it doesn't look.
My daughter's good at all that stuff, but like I don't. I put a little bit on, like, to try, but not really. Like,
I don't even try because I'm not good at doing stuff like that. So, but people can get over the, it's just over the overuse of makeup, heavy makeup that looks completely different from you doing it in front of your mirror at home to then going outside with different lights coming from all over. It's a completely different effect on the look of your makeup, doesn't it? And then it looks silly, There
was a girl I used to know, and she used to come in to school, and she would have like this really orange foundation that stopped there, and her neck was like, a milk bottle, and this orange line that used to go all the way around here and to there, and then she had like the tiniest thin eyebrow hair, like about 3 hairs left.
My eyebrows, because my eyebrows are really blonde. But
yeah, well, I did a bit of mine, but like she used to just have one pencil line going on around, and then she would just like color it in, like sort of this part of her eye.
I've never ever attempted contouring because I just know I just wouldn't be able to do it.
I'm not brilliant, but I do think that why doesn't people's friends say something? Like, if that was my friend and I would say to her, you need to blend that in, or you need to do your neck as well where people can see, because clearly you're not that colour, you know what I mean? But trends change all the time. I mean, obviously it's quite thick, the eyebrows at the moment, and they've been like really dark and like Nike ticks at one point. There've been all sorts, but like they do change a lot.
Makeup trends, I don't tend to follow them.
Okay, so I'm gonna save the heavy makeup thing, but I'm gonna save it only because there's a lot of people who can do it right.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. And it's like, again, you don't want, if people feel comfortable wearing makeup, then that's fine. I don't want to criticize that at all. But it's just the fact it looks different. Other people view it differently, or it looks different in different lights, and therefore
some people do it as like, because like I absolutely love drag queens and stuff like that, and it's like an art form for them. It's an expression, and it's beautiful. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes people, like women, do it partly to like take away from their own self.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like a face. It's like it gives you confidence. I mean, putting my makeup on tonight gave me confidence to come on screen. You know what I mean? Like
it's like, right, I've got to do this, or doing this.
Gender reveal parties, I think they're fine as long as they're like low key and your own sort of family, whatever. If it's getting to the point that people are competing where it's killing people, that is ridiculous. That is beyond ridiculous. Like, I can't even.
Yeah.
Then
it's growing, the number of people that are being killed by building elaborate things to do a gender reveal.
Yeah.
Parents not even had the babies yet. It's sad, isn't it?
And then public toilet rolls. So either the fact that there's none, the fact that the quality of the toilet roll is terrible, or as you said, you've got to insert your hand halfway up to get the end of the toilet roll back out. You know what I mean? And it's like fisting a bog roll. It's not a thing. You know what I mean? Fisting a bog roll. But yeah. So I'm going to save the makeup on. So people of the chat, if you want to banish gender reveal parties, type reveal. And if you want to banish public toilet rolls, type rolls. don't lie. Of course you came here for
I know,
it's
it's like Steve. Come on, you love it. You love that kind of talk.
It's not fist in the bug roll. The bug roll holder.
Where's the best place you can go to fist the toilet roll machine? We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Right, I think it's going to be toilet rolls, but I think
we can all relate to that a bit more. I think the gender reveal is like we're going to see it more prominent going forward.
Yeah.
But everyone can kind of relate to that toilet roll situation, can't they?
The explosions, though, it's enough to make them drop the baby. Like, oh well, this was a definite reveal because you had it straight after.
Some people haven't even got as far as having the party because they've exploded themselves while getting the preparations ready for the party. And the one pipe bomb explosion killed a party goer because of debris that came off the machine, and it said it killed her instantly.
It's ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so gender reveal is what is going on. So, bye-bye, parties. See, we've saved the people. Saving the public from their own stupidity.
Because it's so much fun just doing that, isn't it? You know, trying to get that toilet roll down.
Yeah. My husband's friend was told they were having a girl and it came out a boy. Oops. Yeah, I didn't find out. They just started doing it after Laura was born, and then to be honest, when I had David, I had a C-section and I was off my head, so I didn't really sort of see him until the next morning. And he obviously I remember asking my mum, what did I have, while thinking my auntie was Dame Edna Everidge, and why was Dame Edna Everidge at my bedside, you know what I mean?
That sounds like some good shit, I need some
good morphine, that was. Like, why have you brought Dame Edna Everidge with you? But her glasses were pointy on the side slightly, and they
sound cool.
Yeah. But when my daughter was born, they literally just chucked her on me.
Yeah.
And then said it was a girl. And I was like, was it? Is it? I wasn't expecting it, you know what I mean? And when David was born, I had a girl's name picked, and when Laura was born, I had a boy's name picked. So there's one of them things.
Yeah.
If they don't get killed at the gender reveal party, they get a second chance when their parents take them out of the passenger door.
If you've lived past that bit, yeah, you've only got that to look forward to when your mum's take you to the park and drag you out as a bus is going past.
Yeah, but that's the end. That was great. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did.
I did, thank you.
It was lovely to have you on, and yeah, it was lots of fun. I've got 15 minutes before the next one. So
next week, Lane, is it you? When are you on doing it?
Oh God, not for right.
At
the minute I've got about 12 weeks worth of people. But then it depends.
I thought you were fairly soon for some reason.
No, I'm gonna be right at the end, so it'll be the last one I do before I stop doing it. So hopefully, more and more people. If anyone in the chat wants to do it, just get in touch with us somehow. My details, if you don't want to comment below or say now, my details are in the description. My email's there as well as my Instagram. But yeah, it's obviously it's a lot of fun. It's just fun. It's it's not serious. It's just everyone has different things that issue. You don't have to be on camera. You can just be voice if that's what you prefer. I don't mind either way. It's up to you. I think Lex wants to do hers again. Things I want to.
There's another lot you can go through. Like now it started you off moaning about people who think,
when I actually do mine, well, I don't know if I've mentioned this to Lex, but I have mentioned it to a few. When but they're all going to come on and they're going to give me a category.
Yeah.
And then they'll all have a category each to give me, and then I'll like obviously choose between the three, give them 3 things that they give me, and then they get to save one and then put it forward to the chat to do it. So it should be a good laugh. But yeah, I've got quite a few. And on next week's we have Stu, which is sidekick Stu from Channel M. Yeah. So they're on next week, and then after that, who else have I got listed? I'll have to look. I have Heather the Treasure Pirate, and then Daryl the Sweat Mopper. I've got Andrew Moneymental. I've got Richard Knight's Life. I've got Peter Ray's Adventures. Stephen, who's Oliver Ian, and then Steve, who's Steve Jackson. Donna, the Savvy Mum UK. Jack and Emily from the Global Switches, which I'm going to do separately. Huh?
Are they doing that together?
Well, no, I think I'll do it separate because everyone else is doing separate. So, and plus they'll have their own ideas, you know. They're not, even though we call them generally, they are two.
They're on mine,
yeah. And then Donna the Brummie is down as well. And you know, like I said, if anyone wants to be added to the list, I can add you to the bottom.
Keep it going till at least this year. You know what I mean? It's
like Mel. Mel said I'll do it one day. So we'll just arrange it. I can do it at the later time, Mel. So I can start it like around 9:30. So around this time, and then I'll just put you on the list. And then when it gets to near you, I'll say to you, you know, and we'll arrange it. So even if you want to do it 10, I'm not worried. It doesn't bother me to do it slightly later. But yeah, I can do your normal time. I'll work it. But I've done 9, 9:30 before, so that's fine. So around this time I've done before, so I don't mind. So sometimes it's a bit 7:30's a bit early for even some of the UK people.
I think when things start opening again, and we get back onto our usual. I mean, we have sports clubs nearly most nights, so 9:30 from kind of like when the world opens up again. 9 onwards is a reasonable time of when you're getting in from doing stuff. So it's only I can do early because we're still in lockdown. So
yeah. What did I not notice? What have you done? Yes, I am very accommodating like that, Sylvia. Anytime. But yeah, but thank you very much again, Queenie.
Thank you.
Say goodbye to the chat, and I will see you in
chat in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes,
gone to the toilet. The next one.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.